Moon, my fellow Moonafic, and welcome to my channel. I'll be your bartender for today, and I'll be making a cocktail for the resident KDA member of HoloLive, the bonafide diva of HoloID, and the avatar of the moon goddess herself, Hoshinova Moona. Yes, as you may know, HoloID Gen 1 has recently had their anniversary this month, so I'll be making drinks for each of the members of Area 15. Generation 1 of HoloLive Indonesia is definitely the most impactful, for they paved the way for each of the members that we all love today. So, happy anniversary, Moona. May your days be bright and may your night sky be filled with stars. I hope you're showered with presents and burgers. Here's to you. Now, what I love about Moona is the contrast between her chill gaming streams and her absolute presence on the stage. Man, when everyone first saw Moona perform High Tide live at HoloFest, I think we all had our eyes open to just how blinding her radiance is. Truly, the moon was beautiful that night. Speaking of High Tide, that has to be my absolute most favorite song of Moona's. There are certain songs that I believe are very iconic of some members, and High Tide has to be Moona's signature. When I listen to that song, I feel like there's a piece of her soul embedded into it, and the music video is an absolute masterpiece. Man, when faced with Her Majesty, the only thing you can do is bow down on your knees. At the same time, Moona is such a chill streamer, you'd almost forget about how she commands the stage. Her Minecraft streams are so comfortable, so easy to watch and listen to, and very peaceful. Well, that is until you hear the words, "Hey Moona," off in the distance. Moona also has a very adorable childlike side to her, especially when she brings out her mini Moona model. She really captures that Kusugaki aspect very well. Truly a woman of many talents. Anyways, that's enough of me gushing about Moona. Let's talk about today's cocktail and the ingredients. Now, like many members of hololive-ID, I'm pretty sure that Moona doesn't actually drink alcohol. With that in mind, I'm going to be making both a cocktail version and a mocktail version of the same drink. Today's cocktail will be based on the Italian dessert Affogato. Now, the key to a good Affogato is the contrast between two opposing factors. They've got hot versus cold, bitter versus sweet, dark versus light. Like I mentioned before, I believe that Moona also has many of these contrasting opposites, and all these sides of her we've all come to love. So I think this drink is going to perfectly capture that aspect of her. For our drink, we're going to need, of course, some fresh espresso. I have some here that I got from my local Holobucks. For the cocktail, we're also going to need a bit of good rum. I have here. Since we're not using this in the mocktail, we're just going to be replacing that with more espresso. And we're also going to need coffee liqueur for our cocktail. I'm still using Mr. Black here. And for the mocktail, we're going to be replacing that with a homemade coffee syrup. I'll be putting the recipe down below, but this is just equal parts of cold brew and sugar heated until they mix together. And of course, since this is an affogato, we're going to need ice cream, which I have here. Some ice cream from my local supermarket. But for the cocktail, I have something special. I've got here some frozen moons of Rumchata. So I'll put the exact specifications down below, but this is a mixture of half Rumchata and half milk, so it'll actually freeze. And I poured it into this ice ball mold. This mold freezes into about a 2.5 diameter sphere, so you can probably find this on Amazon as well. But yeah, this will be simulating the ice cream in our drink, and I think it's going to have a fantastic effect in our actual cocktail. And I also have a bit of luster dust that we're going to add as a bit of garnish, but it's optional. And we're also going to need saline solution and cocoa bitters, which is also optional for the mocktail as well. Now let's make the drinks. So first we're going to grab 2 mixing glasses. The cocktail is going to be on the left, my left, and the mocktail is going to be on my right. So the first thing we need to add is our espresso, which I have here. The cocktail, we're just going to add a shot of espresso, which is 1 ounce. And for the mocktail, we're adding double that since we're replacing the rum. 2 shots of espresso, 2 ounces. Now for the cocktail, we're going to add 1 ounce of dark rum. And to the cocktail, we're also going to add 1 ounce of coffee liqueur. And for the mocktail, we're going to replace that with 1 ounce of our coffee syrup. And now to both, we're going to be adding 2 dashes of our cocoa bitters. This adds a very good dark chocolate flavor to our drinks, but since this is technically alcoholic, you can just omit it from either drink if you don't want it. And to both, we're going to be adding 2 drops of saline solution. Now we're going to give both of them a stir just to mix things around. Now, as I mentioned, for a good affogato, these liquids should be warm. So I'm just going to go pop these in the microwave for a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, to serve, we're going to have 2 rocks glasses. This one's for the cocktail, this one's for the mocktail. And we're going to start adding our ice cream. So for the mocktail, we have our vanilla ice cream. And I have a scooper here. It helps if this is warm. And if you're really good with the scooper, you can get a really nice, perfect ball of ice cream. I'm going to give it a shot. Good enough. Okay, we're going to drop this into our glass. And now for the cocktail, we take our frozen moons and we're going to carefully lower it into our glass. So I have a spoon to help me. So I forgot to actually add one thing. I'm going to add a pinch of luster dust to each of them to just give it a little shimmer. Okay, now that everything's ready, we're going to take both of our glasses and pour the drink directly over the ice cream. And there we have it. I present to you the high tide. Now, as we pour that dark night over our bright moon, parts of it washed away, now forming the clouds in our drink. There's also tiny stars twinkling about, almost imperceptible to the naked eye, but they're dancing just like a nebula. But what draws your attention the most is, of course, the brilliant full moon. It tries to capture your attention with its beauty. And for a final garnish, I'm going to add 2 cherries to the drink. In the music video, there's actually quite a lot of red imagery, so this is gonna try and capture that. This drink was inspired by how beautifully Moona shines in the night, and I hope this drink captures her essence very well, just like she captured it in her original song. And if she ever sees this, I hope it makes her very happy. And now let's taste. First, I'm going to take a sniff. Okay, so of course I'm getting a very intense coffee aroma, both from the coffee liqueur and the espresso. The espresso is very fragrant, but I'm also getting, hints of that aged spicy note from the rum itself, actually. And of course, the chocolate cocoa bitters also gives it a bit of a chocolatey aroma. I reckon the mocktail is going to smell pretty similar. I'm getting a lot of the same coffee, espresso, dark chocolate vibes that I've got from the cocktail, both from the espresso and the coffee syrup that we added, but with the ice cream so prevalent, it's adding a lot of its creamy, sweet aromas as well. I really thought that the moon would be more visible in the cocktail, but I suppose that I took too long in filming that it kind of melted away, but that's all right. Let's have a taste. So this drink is meant to evolve as you enjoy it through the night. First, we're going to get a very dark, bitter coffee espresso forward drink, and of course the rum adds a lot of its dark, aged, spicy, rummy notes. But as that moon melts gradually, as you sip it and enjoy it, it'll impart its very sweet, creamy texture into the drink. It'll become more mellow, more round, more enjoyable. Of course, it'll round everything out, just like when you first meet Moona. Maybe she seems very cool and aloof, but as you get to know her, you know that she's actually quite the sweetheart on the inside. And let me try the mocktail. Yeah, that coffee syrup really brings out the strong coffee aroma, and it actually lifts up the dark chocolate flavor notes from the cocoa bitters and brings that out really well. And of course, that vanilla ice cream mixes very well with the drink, makes it a very rich, creamy consistency, creamy texture, makes it very sweet and enjoyable. And with the mocktail, you get an extra little treat at the end with the ice cream. Yeah, coffee and ice cream really go well together. The bitter versus the sweet, hot versus the cold. And I think this drink in particular is a very rich, decadent way to end off the night as you view the moon, see just how pretty it is, sparkling in the night. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please leave your happy anniversaries and well wishes for Moona in the comments down below. If you have any ideas for a moon-themed cocktail, please let me know. Happy anniversary, Moona. I cannot wait to see you perform at your next show. And I hope to see you in the next video. Cheers, and thank you.